Anush, two medals in the two attempts that you had, a gold for team and a bronze. How does it feel now?
To be honest, the feeling of the gold has still not sunk in, and especially of the bronze, it just feels so unreal. You know, this is all what I've wanted. This is all what I've always visualized. This is all what I've always hoped for. You know, this has not come overnight. I've worked hard for years. You know, I shifted to Germany already in 2017, 6 years ago, and there's been it is due to the sacrifices of my coaches, of my coach Mr. Hubert Schmidt, of my family, of everyone who has supported me. This medal is for them. It would never have been possible without them, and I'm just so happy that I did this for India especially. You know, I think this will be a great boost, not only this but also the team gold. A great boost to equestrian sport in India. There's enough talent, and I think this will inspire a lot of people to take up the sport. It's a beautiful sport, and India has a lot of potential to win a lot of goals in the future as well.
Not much history in dressage in India. We don't have a great legacy to speak of. What inspired you to take up dressage?
To be honest, my parents. I come from Calcutta, from Kolkata, and there's a small riding club not too far away from our home called the Tollygunge Club, and they used to take me on Sundays to ride at the club, especially because they wanted to become a member at this club, and they had said one person from the family has to play one sport. So my father said, let's put Anush into horse riding. And that's how the journey started, and they used to take me on the weekends, on Sundays. We used to go there, and I used to sit on a horse, and after that I used to eat and I used to get an ice cream. So that's how it started, and slowly it turned into a passion. I started going for lessons. Then at the age of 11, I started flying every weekend to New Delhi, because that was where I was. I switched trainers to New Delhi. That was where I was training. So I used to complete my schooling from Monday to Friday in Calcutta, and then go on New Delhi on the weekends. And then at the age of 17, I realized, you know, I'm not good enough. Either I go all in or I quit, because I don't want. If I'm riding, I want to compete at the highest level, and I decided to make the shift to Germany. I'm grateful that I did.
Anush, you competed in the World Equestrian Games last year. That's a higher standard of competition.
Yes.
Did that give you the confidence and the morale to be able to challenge the best here and then go on to get those two medals for India?
Of course. I think competing at the World Championship last year gave me personally a very big boost of confidence. You know that I'm good enough to compete against really the best of the best. At the World Games, you had Olympians, you had Olympians who were winning Olympic medals. I don't even know how many. So it was great to be able to breathe the same air as them, to compete in the same arena as them, against them as competitors. And of course, I think it helped me a lot in my preparation to the games. Personally, I felt, you know, I've already done it. I've already performed well at the World Games, so why not at the Asian Games? And I think it was great personally for me to have had this experience at the World Games, and especially on the team day. I was the last rider for India to go. I knew there was a lot of pressure on me, that I had to put up a big performance to secure the team gold. And this performance, already being in a stadium like this, you know, stadiums like this, atmospheres like this, you don't ride in it every day, and already being in such an atmosphere at the World Games last year, of course, helped me to stay calm and to stay strong and in my performance.
You have a big team, but there is one partner of yours who perhaps deserves equal credit, and I'm talking about Ethro here.
Yes.
So can you take us through the journey of your relationship with Ethro?
Yes, so being very frank, Ethro, we have a very young partnership. I only started riding him in February, and this is only our 7th or 8th show together, and today we had our first ever international freestyle. So he's a lovely boy. He's a 9-year-old stallion from Escola, and he loves being the center of attention. He loves being in the spotlight. He loves when he knows that people are watching him, and I think I'm so proud of how he developed since he's landed in China. I think the moment he landed in China, he knew it was game time, and he's just been amazing. Even though it's been so warm, 3 days after one another is really difficult for a horse, especially for a 9-year-old horse who's never been competing at a championship, especially 3 days after one another. So I'm so happy of how he helped me. I really felt that, you know, we were we were perfectly in sync, and it's just a great feeling. After the test, he walked out really relaxed outside. He was standing perfectly relaxed during the medal ceremony, and it's amazing. He's such an amazing boy, and I hope that I can crack the Grand Prix level with him as my next goal.
What made you pick Aethro as your partner?
To be honest, Aethro has, I am only riding him since February, but he has been at our stable with my coach, Mr. Hubert Schmidt, since he was 3-year-old. So I knew how he was. I always really liked him. I always, you know, in the stable, when I went to the stable where he was stabled, I always liked petting him. I always loved cuddling him, and I always liked him. He's a great mover, a great personality, and I think the 2 medals, this would not have been possible without him, and he just proved what an amazing horse he is. Especially he's only 9 years old, and yes, I think it's amazing.
Thank you so much.